finding some rhythm there. Do you feel like you really would have been able to do something in that 2-minute drive had you gotten a chance?
You'd like to think so, but don't live in that world ever. So.
Mark starts in. Have you identified things that and then maybe points of emphasis that you want to work on specifically as you gear up for this next one?
Yeah, I don't think growth is ever linear, and there's regression, and there's progression. So there's things that get better and things that you got to continue to work on, but want to continue to get better, and that's what you strive for every single day.
What do you learn more from watching a film of the Browns-Ravens earlier this year, or watching their last couple games with the way they're playing now?
Probably a trick question, both, honestly. You're going to take a look at that, but you're also going to look at what they're doing as of recently.
Big Don, I know what the completion percentage is, but how would you assess how your accuracy has been through these 5 starts?
It's always something you continue to work on and want to get good at. And I think it's striving for every inch, and being able to catch runners and allow them to get more, receiving yards after the catch. So being accurate in that way and then giving guys a chance. So it's something that you want to pride yourself on and continue to get better at.
Was there a throw or two against the Jets that you point to go, God, I really wanted those two back? One or two.
It'll always be like that.
You ran with the ball a little bit more. Was it out of just necessity, or do you find that now in a large part of your game going forward?
I think it's always a part of your game, but I think it's still finding solutions and ways to win. Obviously, we didn't do that, but whatever is necessary. It could be a outside receiver day, it could be a tight end day, it could be a running day. And I think the more versatile you are and finding ways to win, the better your team is.
Dillon, would you say it was a point of emphasis to maybe get you out the pocket and roll you out more against the Jets? Regardless, how do you think that kind of helped you?
I don't think necessarily myself, but I think just as a whole, want to be versatile, like we said. And I think anytime you can move the launch point helps a lot of people and makes us more versatile. So we definitely want to continue to grow in that way.
Clarify my question. It was about you actually running with the ball, not the team. Is that the way you took that question?
Yeah, I was saying more so like being able to be versatile and find different ways to win. Meaning, if there's a way we got to move the pocket, and maybe that's more advantageous in this week versus another, being able to do it whenever you want.
Didn't look like any of those were designed runs.
You're saying moving, like getting out of the pocket and
Just running
scrambling.
with the ball.
Yeah.
They were mostly just keepers of a necessity.
I would just say, if you're talking about scrambles, moving when necessary and knowing when to, and then trying to pick up as much as you can.
Dillon, when you're going back and you see those throws that you normally make or you want to make, right? Is it a mechanic thing? Like, what's happening on some of those throws when you assess the misses? Is it because of your mechanics are off, or
not overthinking it, but you just miss? Sometimes you miss, and you want to eliminate as many as you can. And definitely when you lose, it's magnified, and I think you're always going to continue to work on that, and something that you want to pride yourself on.
What do you see
which is making the throws.
What do you see when you see that Ravens defense?
They're talented at all levels, play really good as a unit, communicate really effectively. We have our hands full.
If there's one thing you could say that Tommy Rees brought to the game Sunday, what would it be that was different, either in the process or in the end result?
I think just the communication, the flow, confidence within the plays, and that's just not saying of what it was last or prior. It's just what he brings.
Considering that was your first game together, you and Tommy with him as the play caller, are you guys pretty excited about some of the things that you saw that you can build on, and do you think it can be exponentially better in week 2, just based on the fact that was your first time together and now you kind of know a lot more about each other?
Yeah, want to and have to, honestly.
And what are some of the things that you're excited about that happened in that game that you guys felt like you kind of were on the same page about?
Yeah, excited about the positives, efficiency, and always room for growth.
There was a point in the game where you were actually on the telephone. What was that all about?
It's just the communication from, player to coach.
Did the regular system go out or something? Or?
I think it's always been a telephone. So, but I don't want to. If
So
if you may have seen different, it still is the communication from sideline to
You were talking
box.
to Reese?
Yes. Yep.
Dylan, I know you were able to get Jerry some more looks earlier in this game, get him involved early. Like, how important was that to get him in a rhythm and a flow?
It's huge. You know, you want to get your best players the ball. I say that a lot, but then when you're able to do it, you see what happens. We want to do that more consistently and create more completions when they're there. And yeah, you see what Jerry can do.
I know Kevin said it was a good call by the Jets, but when you look back at that 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, what went wrong? In hindsight, would you have done anything different?
I think in hindsight, you'd always want to think differently. And I think just with the pressure that was there and playing hot to your face, wanted to stay there, but had a moment of trying to go get it and get vertical because it was 4th and 1. But, you know, obviously you'd love to get it to somebody and get the ball in play.
From a protection standpoint, that was the second time that you were sacked 6 times in a game, and obviously that's unsustainable. What do you feel like you can personally do to make sure you're not getting sacked 6 times? And then as a protection scheme, as a unit, do you feel really confident after watching the film that you guys can shore that up for this week?
Yeah, confidence never changes or wavers, and want to eliminate negative plays.
Do you have to move the ball quicker or anything like that?
You'd like to think so, and you just want to eliminate negative plays, however that may be.
Dylan, off of that, it kind of the speed. They always talk about the speed of the game and how fast it's moving for a quarterback, especially a rookie one. Is it slowing down at all for you in terms of what you're seeing in front of you as the plays developing in terms of the defense and everything like that?
I think slowing down's a myth, just because everyone's pretty quick and athletic. I think it's more so how decisive you are, and the more decisive you can be consistently, that's where I think you're a lot more efficient, and it looks like you're, you know, flowing and sustaining drives a little more. So I would just say I'm continuing to grow and be more decisive.
Take 2 more.
Both of your touchdowns against the Jets started from underside. You know, one or two against Minnesota that same way. Would you say you're feeling more comfortable with that part of your game since you came to the Browns?
I think it's a combination, right? I think in gun, you're able to do different things as under center and vice versa. But, you know, I think anytime you can utilize under center, play action, run fakes, the sell is a lot better. That's universal. And I think anytime you can balance the two, honestly, it can help you long term.
How different is
Penalties
there?
have been a big issue, you know, these past few games.
Yep.
For you on the offensive side of the ball, as the offensive leader, how do you kind of hold guys accountable for those mistakes?
It's how you practice. You get what you emphasize, and you definitely want to eliminate negatives. That's something that's, you know, a drive killer, right? But, you know, I just feel like at times we all take our turns, you know, whether it's not even a penalty, but me missing a throw, a penalty here or there, or maybe a negative play, that all just makes it more difficult. And then, you know, on the same note, you live on the other side, explosive plays, chunks, you're not living in third down a bunch, you're sustaining drives. It just looks a whole lot different. But I think what we see, what everyone sees, is there's inefficiencies at time, and maybe the 9-play touchdown drive versus a 3-and-out. And how do we kind of find the middle ground and continue to prolong drives, sustain them, go put points on the board.
Dylan, how different is their defense with Hamilton kind of playing a different role, and
Yep.
how much you have to be aware of him?
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed. He's a great player, you know, and I think they use him a bunch in different ways, and he's versatile, which you can all see. But that's the challenging part, and that's also the exciting part, you know, to go work through that and find answers to that. So they do a really good job, all 3 levels, like I said, and you can see them on all 3 levels.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.